Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 75276. This is the LEGO Star Wars Stormtrooper Helmet set, part of the new helmet collection, which is advertised on the very top of the side of the box with the 40 Years of Empire Strikes Back logo thing. I do really like the Greebling box art for this wave, but mine is actually a European box, which has a sticker over it, which is what they've been doing for a couple sets in America that, you know, they haven't been able to produce during the whole coronavirus thing, and instead they've been shipping some stuff over from Europe and just slapping stickers on it, as well as, you know, the whole sticker on the side as well, and I think even one over the barcode, yeah. So that it works properly, I guess. But on the back we do have a comparison to the actual source material and an alternate view of the helmet. And yeah, I mean, I do like this box art a lot. I think it's messied up a little bit by all these stickers, but from what I can tell, they do seem to be ones that will peel off pretty easily and leave it in pretty decent shape. But the other thing with these black boxes is that sometimes, this one's actually not too bad on the sides. I know the back of, here we go, yeah. But you can see it's a little bit easier to get a little bit of imperfections visible on the sides of the box. But, you know, it is a really cool box design and definitely stands out on store shelves. In addition to, you know, the box, you do get a nice premium looking instruction booklet as well, which does have a whole 2-page spread on the Stormtrooper, so a little bit more information here, and they don't repeat it in different languages, which I don't know if that's just a European thing, where they don't do it over there, because this was manufactured in Europe, so maybe they don't do it over in Europe, but at least in the US I would have expected a little bit of a translation into multiple languages, but we do have the feedback on which does have multiple languages on the back. Here we have the Stormtrooper helmet itself, and I think this one looks really good. I like the white design to it. It, you know, actually is a little bit more striking in person. The one thing that the white does not really benefit is the fact that, you know, if there are small little gaps which allow you to see inside, like down here or over here, they're a little bit more visible because of the shadows created by the light. I'm sure if you, like, did a really fantastic job lighting this, you could probably make those a little bit less visible, but you're not going to be able to make them go completely away. You can sort of bend the parts up as much as possible to try and minimize those gaps, but, you know, they are just going to be inherently a little bit more visible. But I do think, for the most part, they did a really good job covering up most of those gaps. Again, there are a couple of darker colors used on the inside, you know, where some of these plates meet, like right there. You know, you can keep trying to push everything in a little bit closer, but there'll always be some sort of tiny little gap there, which is unavoidable. But you could go in and replace those parts with white pieces, and that would fix it a little bit at least. The display base is pretty much the same as all of the others. Again, you have that cool printed tile with the logo and the, you know, the word Stormtrooper on it, but I like the overall design of these black stands. They look pretty good, and if we were to turn this upside down, you'd see we have this tan plate in the center, which, you know, looks pretty much as you'd expect from the bottom of those. And then underneath the helmet, we can see there's a little bit of gray and various colors in there, but you're not going to be looking at it from underneath usually. There's also this large hollow space here, which is a little bit weird. Maybe it would have been nice to at least fill in that 1x2 plate. But again, you're not going to be looking at it from the bottom, really, ever. Turning it to the side, we do have you know, some pretty good shaping going on here. We have 4 stickers on either side, and then 2 stickers on the front, which we'll see in a second. But you know, just have to make sure that you line those up properly to, you know, make the lines look like they're going downwards, which they do. So, you know, that works pretty well, and I guess, you know, I guess they didn't really need to be printed on. This does allow you to make sure that you don't have any misalignment issues, and, well, I guess if you do, it's your fault. So, you know, I guess you can't blame LEGO for those. There's a little bit of gray and, you know, dark gray on the sides, which add a little bit of accent to it. You know, it still looks pretty good all the way around the back with the little vents there as well. And I do like this whole curved shape. I think that they do a pretty good job building that up. And, you know, just the shaping built up with all these plates is pretty good. Again, there are some small areas where you can see little gaps, but, you know, for the most part, those are pretty well covered up. And, you know, it's just kind of a shame that, the gaps are a little bit more visible on this model because it is white. If we turn it to the top, it's built pretty much the same as the Boba Fett one, and I think the Iron Man one as well, just on the top view at least, where it's all completely studded and just kind of rounded out. And they do a really good job building that up. I like it. They get the overall shaping of the helmet done really well. I like the black ridge that goes across above the eyes, and the eyes are built exactly the same way as on the TIE Fighter pilot, but I think they are a little bit more effective here because, you know, the black and the white contrast very well, so there's really no mistaking where the eyes end and, you know, where the helmet starts. Here on the front, we do have these two printed 2x2 tiles, and those two tiles are both also found in the TIE Fighter pilot helmet. And the two stickers on the front here are basically the same as in the TIE Fighter pilot helmet, but on a white background. And I don't know, at least for me, they were a little bit easier to line up on here. And you know, I think that looks pretty good, and I like the overall shaping there. I think that's cleverly built up. These pieces down here, inside these, I don't even know what you would call those, but those white disc pieces, those are actually exclusive to this set so far, which is kind of cool to get a new part color here. And then these small Technic wheel things, those are new in black for this year, appearing in the A-Wing, which released at pretty much exactly the same time as this. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is for this helmet. You can't remove this one from the stand easily. You probably could, but you'd have to do a little bit of changing the build-up, because the parts that, the ball joint plates that attach these things, those are integrated underneath the bottom of the Technic plate that attaches the stand to the helmet. So, you know, it's possible, it just requires a tiny bit of modification. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is for the Stormtrooper helmet. It is a pretty straightforward one. I'd say honestly, probably the most straightforward build of the 4 helmets. Pretty close to Iron Man, but I think Iron Man's just got a couple more plates that are angled in at different various parts. And pretty much any of the interesting construction here is also used on the TIE Fighter pilot helmet, but the TIE Fighter pilot has some more different various you know, techniques that are also interesting. So that was probably a little bit more interesting of a build, but I do think that this one looks really fantastic, and it's probably a more iconic helmet. So I'm overall really happy with the way that this set turned out. I think that the whole entire helmet collection is really good, and I'm glad to have all of them finally. I might do a video showing all 4 of them at once. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. See you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.